Hello, all my Earth babies, and welcome to your weekly relationship reading. I am going to start right now. Now, as always, if you have not already done so, go ahead and subscribe and make sure you ting that bell so you are notified when I go live or I upload new videos. Okay, now I have already prayed over these cards and shuffled them, so I'm just going to go ahead and start with your reading. And today's relationship overall look is a great one. It is a Wheel of Fortune. You are moving to the next level when it comes to your relationships, and everything is where it's supposed to be when it comes to your relationships, and everything looks to be going really perfect for you. Now, how you feel about your relationships, what you're leaving behind when it comes to your relationships. Third card, what may be blocking you when it comes to your relationships. Fourth card, what is coming in for your relationships. Fifth card, what you can do to change your situation when it comes to relationships. And card 6, the overall advice for the week. Now, as usual, if you would like a personal reading with me, I'd be happy to help you with that. You can go to astrologyoils.com, or I have added my services to Fiverr to make another easier avenue for you guys to get a reading with me, and the links to them are down in the description, and I would be happy to help you with a personal reading. Okay, now let's go ahead and get started. Now, how you feel about your relationships this week? Now, you feel like everything is pretty solid. Everything is going pretty good for you for your relationships this week. You feel pretty good about everything. Nothing really too concerning. But you feel like you are missing something. The Four of Air is omens, and it's telling you to pay attention because there's certain things that there's messages that you're missing when it comes to your relationships. Maybe someone's being really subtle when it comes to the way they're talking to you or throwing hints at you. So just pay attention. It's nothing bad. A lot of times it's just something that you're missing that you shouldn't be missing. But all in all, when it comes to your relationships, it looks like of course, you have the World and the Wheel of Fortune. So everything is going for you. You have everything. When it comes to relationships, it looks beautiful this week for you so far. Now, what you are leaving behind, you're leaving behind the lack of being able to see rewards when it comes to your relationships. You're starting to see, you're going to start to see people really giving back when it comes to your relationships, and things really starting to even out. But there is going to be a little adjustment period here. Excuse me. Seven of Earth is telling you to try to learn to balance. There's a new environment coming at you when it comes to your relationships. There's something new going to happen. So try to just find a balance without making too many waves. And you're also going to have a lot of opportunities coming at you, and you're going to be a little indecisive when it comes to which relationships you really want to pursue. So sit and think about each one, and it's not necessarily you don't have to make a decision right now, but you are going to have to come back and revisit each one of those relationships and really make a decision as to whether or not it's something that you're going to want to continue with. And of course, what may be blocking you, you have indecision. You want to move forward, but you're looking forward. You're not. You're looking toward bigger and better things when it comes to your relationships, and you're definitely not concentrating on what's right in front of you. So that may be what's blocking you. There's a lot of indecisiveness I see when it comes to your relationships and what you want to do. And then you have the Nine of Air coming in here and telling you that knowledge may be an issue when it comes to relationships. You're the type of person that really needs to know who these people are, what they're all about before you continue on with the relationships. But keep in mind, with knowledge can come pain. Knowledge isn't something that's just given to us. Sometimes there are things about other people that they don't want us to know, and they have the right to not let us know, because maybe some of those things are painful. So just give it a thought, and instead of trying to really push your way through when it comes to some of these relationships, really try to be more understanding of where they're coming from. If there's a situation in their life that they don't want to talk about, then there's probably a good reason, and there's probably pretty painful. So maybe it's best to be just left alone for now. And as long as you leave things alone and don't push too hard, your relationships looks really like everything that you have been waiting for. When it comes to your relationships, everything that you've dreamed about having when it comes to a relationship is really coming at you this week. And what is coming in for your relationships? Now, there's a lot of passion coming in, and Wands are really passionate people, and the Queen of Wands loves to nourish that passion, and this is full of sexual energy too. So this is probably about a new romantic relationship, or one that is being rekindled. And there's going to be a lot of passion behind that when it comes to the Queen of Wands. She really likes to nurture that kind of thing. And the Eight of Air is coming in, telling you to make sure you're balancing and taking the time for yourself and just being centered and concentrating your energy in order to move forward, so you're not getting drained and you know really what you're focusing on. And then in comes the Moon to tell you to make sure that you are asking questions when it comes to this romantic relationship before you get too passionate about it, before you get too enthralled. Make sure you know more about this person and ask more questions, because something may be hidden from you. Maybe there's something that they don't want you to know about, which you should know about. So shed some light on that. And this is when it comes to this romantic relationship, not when it comes to this relationship over here. Okay, what can you do to improve things? And the Eight of Swords is telling you to get out of your own way. You are causing more problems for yourself when it comes to your relationships than anybody else is. You are overthinking things. You are making things more difficult than they need to be. Take the blindfold off, take off the shackles, and stop getting in your own way. Set yourself free when it comes to your relationships. And there's one that needs to come to an end. Something's going to end. The Corona Fire is all about bringing an ending to something that needs to be ended. So there is a relationship that you're thinking about. Not necessarily this one or this one, but there is a relationship somewhere that needs to come to an end. It's just not serving you. It's going to continue to bring you down. So whatever that relationship is, now is the time to end it. I mean, just blow out the candle, put an end to it. And when you put an end to it, your cup is just overflowing with new opportunities for relationships. And not only are they new opportunities for relationships, but they are divine relationships. These are ones that have unlimited potential to them, whether it be business or personal. So either way, the relationships are relationships. All right, the general overall advice is, of course, you have the Moon coming back in here, making sure that you know what you need to know about people in order to make decisions as to who comes and who stays in your life. And then you have the Crone of Water coming in, saying that you need to put aside some information you're going to gather this week about the people in your life and the relationships in your life. Maybe it's the information on how you dealt with all of these situations that you're going to have to deal with this week. put it all away, write it down, put it all away, because you're going to need it in the future. There's going to be something in the future, whether it's 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, somewhere down the line, you're going to need the information. So make sure you take a note of it. If there's something that happens that was especially difficult, maybe that's what you need to remember, because you're going to need to deal with that situation again in the future at some point. And the sun is here to tell you to, you know, if you need to, just sit back and renew yourself. There is really generational energy when it comes to the sun, and when the sun comes in with your relationships, these are going to be long-lasting relationships that you are going to form this week. And when you have the Wheel of Fortune, you know, telling you that in the sun coming in two different, well, you have the sun, the world over here, the sun over here. In the Wheel of Fortune, you have all of that energy that is, you know, just pushing you towards all of these new relationships. And the ones that you do choose, as long as you pay attention to all the details when it comes to forming these relationships, they are going to be long lasting. I mean, these are the relationships that are lifelong relationships, and they're going to be very satisfying if you just pay attention to everything. And make sure, of course, that you write things down and get all the information you need when it comes to these relationships. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Before you go, be sure to watch more videos, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.